trick you into another. That hat is terrible too.
Look at this man right here. Look at this. You know what Tom Brady looks like with that terrible hat on? He looks like the Florida man. He looks like a Florida man cussing out his O-line.
That is definitely a Florida man hat.
Tom Brady went and lost to Mitchell Trubisky. I'm going to say that again. Tom Brady went and lost to Mitchell Trubisky, and Tom Brady's cussing everybody out like it ain't his fault. Part of it is his fault. Tom Brady threw the ball 40 times, 25 of 40 for 243 yards. That's 6.1 yards per completion. That's not going to get it done. The defense didn't play that bad to allow only 20 points. The offense looked horrible. I also want to send T's and P. I'm going to leave this up because I love seeing Brady upset.
You sick.
I don't care. I do want to say.
I'm okay with it right now, though, because we're tied for first. Hey, Tom, you had your free run, dog.
And you cheated us. But I will say thoughts and prayers to Cameron Brate. He just came back from concussion, and then he had to be stretchered off after he got another concussion. And Kenny Pickett as well, who was concussed as well. All of them are hitting their head on the back of the turf, and all of them are getting concussions. Yet, I mean, I hate to do it. Tua hit his head on the back of the turf, and they said he was cleared to come back in the game. Whatever. Do you think, well, we'll get to the NFC South. Do you go back to Pickett? You got to go back to Pickett. Trubisky doesn't start.
Yeah. Trubisky is an aberration. You took his job for a reason. You don't just give it back.
Yeah. Shout out Najee Harris. Now, I will say one thing Pittsburgh got to figure out is how they going to run the ball. You have one of the most complete backs in the league. And Najee, they have too much talent to be this bad on offense. Najee Harris is one of the most complete backs in the league, 14 carries for 42 yards. Not going to cut it.
Claypool finally had a good game.
7 catches, 96 yards. They threw the ball for 193 yards, and he had 96 of them.
Hell y'all doing?
Is bad. I would be, now that I see these stats, I'd be Tom Brady cussing everybody out too. Pickens?
Oh, and they also said that one of the reasons that Trubisky came out is I guess him and Deontay Johnson had like some type of falling out argument in the locker room at halftime. And that was apparently the last straw. What lost him the job, which he immediately got back.
Well, yeah. I mean, all of the receivers were upset. I showed you the George Pickens clip where he was pissed off on the field when Trubisky didn't throw him the ball. And they all have a better rapport with Kenny Pickett. So the thing is, it's kind of like the Marcus Mariota, Dennis Ritter type thing.
That's another reason that you're sure that he won't get.
It's kind of like the Marcus Mariota, Dennis Ritter thing, except for he was losing, and Mariota is winning. Because if Mariota was losing, you'd see Ritter out there too. So I love seeing Brady upset.
We one game away from it. We was just there. We was 2-3 last week, big dog.
Yeah, we got cheated though. Let's move on. Let's move on to what is it? The AFC South. So the AFC South is another division that is just poo. Oh, also Tom Brady. Didn't you say before we move on to the AFC South? Didn't Tom Brady say, "Hey"? They asked him, "How do you feel about all the parity in the league?" And he said, "Oh, it's just a whole bunch of bad football to me." Seems like you lead the charge in that one, brother. You need to hold the mirror up to you.
I don't think he's ever denied that though.
He's never taken accountability for it.
I don't think that he thinks that he's the problem. I might be inclined to agree.
No. No way. I think no. I'm not. You can't absolve yourself of any of the blame and then take all the credit. You can't do that and then say it's a team sport. You're being a hypocrite on all 3 levels. You can't say it's a team sport when we doing bad and everybody else got to do something, and then when we do good, I'm the GOAT. Blah 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 blah. What I say goes. Nah, you can't do that, dog. We either a team or we not.
Completely disagree there.
Well, then you can you can go in there and sit Tom Brady and cuss out your offense.
I can both say all of these guys on this team suck, and I can say that I'm so good that I still won us some games. Yes, I just said it. You see how easy that was?
You think Tom Brady won them some games?
I think that Tom Brady is the best player on that team.
I don't think Tom Brady won them a lot of games. I think their defense won them a lot of games. I think Tom Brady lost them this game. I think I would say Tom Brady. I think the offense lost them this game.
Okay, are you
The
talking
Super
about
Bowl.
this season
The
or
Super Bowl. I'm talking about the team. He's down there in Tampa Bay. Since he's been there, the defense has been the reason that they have had, has been mostly the reason they've had most of their success. Prove me wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. In the Super Bowl,
Jameis?
it was the defense. In the
Jameis. Jameis is what proves you wrong.
No way. They in the Super Bowl, they shut down Patrick Mahomes. You could have put Jameis in there and they would have won that Super Bowl. In the NFC Championship game,
Jameis would have thrown enough interceptions to give them multiple chances.
But and Tom Brady did that in the NFC Championship game when they beat the Packers. It was the defense that held the Packers when Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions in a row. The defense.
Okay, so if
this
Tom
season
throws
and last
3,
season,
Jameis throws 5.
don't man, no, you see, and now you placing the blame on Jameis. Tom Brady is benefiting from a great defense. Benefiting from a great defense.
Hold on. I just saw
What?
They just showed the amount of passes between each interception, and Tom Brady is so far away from everybody else
In his career?
No.
I don't care. I said at Tampa. At Tampa, Tom Brady benefits from the defense. If Tom Brady's on any other team, he does not win a Super Bowl at all. It is the Tampa Bay defense that he benefits from in this game, in this team, last year and this year. Or the year they won the Super Bowl, last year and this year. To me, in my opinion.
Nah, I mean, yeah, we're just going to disagree. We're going to have to agree to disagree.
I gave you examples of when the defense won. And it is what it is. You ain't seen Tampa Bay just get blown out. You don't see them get blown out because their defense is too good. When the offense sputters is when they lose. The defense always going to show up. And if you are the face and quarterback of the offense, you have to take blame for that. You have to. He took all the credit when they won the Super Bowl. Didn't he win MVP?
Yes, because he was and is the MVP.
He was not the MVP of that Super Bowl. The MVP of the Super Bowl was the defense. You just couldn't give it to 11 people. He was not the MVP of the Super Bowl. Period.
Yep. How can 12 people be one person? Most valuable player.
I said I literally just said that. I said you can't give it to 11 people, so you had to give it to one person. Okay, so they were not,
in fact, the MVP.
The defense was the MVP of the Super Bowl. The defense is the reason they won the Super Bowl. The defense. The defense. It is the defense. But we can move on. Let's go to the AFC South.